Hey, what's up? I'm Jon Morris. I'm one of the owners of Morris Collectibles. The other owner is my wife. She's in bed right now. It is Sunday, and she deserves all that extra sleep that she wants. I'm the luckiest man alive in regards to having the most lovely, caring, and loving wife. Might have said loving twice, but she is amazing. I'm a father to the most amazing son that I could ever ask for. I've got some, I've got two cats. This is Valentine. She's sweet, but she has anxiety issues. And credibility check. I have $4,100 in sales. I've been in business for 2 weeks. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Um, I'm a fisherman. I work in agricultural fabrication. I'm a welder. I'm an aluminum welder. I've been doing that for a little while. Do that for 11 hours a day, come home, be a dad, be a husband, and then try to work on the business. So it's going to take maybe a little bit longer to grow than I normally want it to, but growth is not always quick. Um, my grandfather, he always said that if you told him Rome wasn't built in a day, he'd say, "Well, I wasn't on that project." um, I'm a armed forces veteran. I served in the United States Army for 8 years. I've been overseas 4 times. Three of them were combat tours. Two of them were as DoD contractors, and one once to Iraq as a Army combat deployment. I have been to Korea, Ireland, London, Dubai, France, Japan, Korea, South Korea, and that's I think that's it for other countries. Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, some other countries in there too, I'm sure. But how did I come around to all this stuff? Well, I've always loved TCGs. I played Pokemon when it came out. Pokemon was super sick, mainly for the cards in the show, and um, keeping track of the damage counters and stuff was a little bit for my smooth child brain that I had at the time. And now I have this nice smooth adult brain. And Yu-Gi-Oh came out, and Yu-Gi-Oh felt like I was a little bit older when Yu-Gi-Oh really came out with the cards and stuff. I remember like the first cards we got from mini sets were Japanese. My buddy Tyler had like the Japanese Celtic Warrior. His mom and dad found him a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and that was pretty sick. My first pack of Pokemon cards came from either like a Barnes and Noble or uh, Books a Million, something like that. And my only card I really remember was Zubat. All my Pokemon cards from when I was a kid, my sister uh, got rid of those, I don't know, several years back. I didn't think anything about it. I just got back into collecting like 2 months ago. It was around Christmas. This is 2025. So it would have been December 24. My son wanted some cards for just to collect, just to open to some packs. So we went up there with my nephew and my son and my niece and everybody, and we went up there and they spent some of their Christmas money and they got some cards, and it was sick. It was cool, and it really brought back that nostalgic feeling of Pokemon and just opening cards in general. I didn't finish that TCG bit, but uh, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I went to Magic. Played Magic at a decently high level in 2010, 2011. And then 2011 is when I joined the army, and then I got out in 2019. And I've been working a bunch of different jobs since then, but I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm gonna keep working my uh, 6 to 5, 11 hour a day job. going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep supporting my family because that's what's most important. Then I'm going to keep building this business on the side. And my long-term goal, somewhat short long-term goal, is 5 years. I want to live off of this. So that's the plan. You guys get to follow us along how we get there. But all in all, that's it's pretty much me. I used to be a fly fishing guide when I was when I got out of the army. I went and worked at this tire factory for a while. It was it was abhorrent. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The pay sucked. The people sucked. And I found out I could make more money going to college. Went to college. Didn't finish a degree. Got certified in welding. Became a welder. Welding is a honorable profession, if you will, but the pay is not here. Now, socioeconomically here, where I live in this region, which is East Texas, by the way, it's not it. It's just not it. So we're looking to generate some extra income for now to help supplement some of our things and build up a larger kind of safety net for the family, and then put some back in for the business. And when the LLC gets here, we're splitting funds completely, and it'll no longer be uh, personal and business. It'll or personal fund, right? It'll be personal and business split. So that's important. This first sale, I'm going to go ahead and pre-tax and do all the taxes on it, so I don't end up having to pay later. And we're taking. So we had spent $3,000. Full transparency here. We spent about $3,000 on packs and boxes and stuff. We pulled evolutions from Prismatic Evolutions. We pulled the full Eevee set, the Master Ball Eevee, pulled the God Pack, and we bought 6 packs, pulled the God Pack. We sold all that. We ended up $1,100 up over the $3,000 spent. So we got like $4,116 back. Well, I'm putting 3,000 of that back where it belongs, which was in our bank. And then we're taking that 1,000 and then we're reinvesting that into the business. I found a Japanese distributor. I'm waiting on our cars to get in. If everything's all hunky dory with that, we're going to start pushing more of that towards the business. Never more, not all the capital, like Brian from Pokey and Danny Fantump and some of these other online business owners. I'm taking a lot of cues from them because this is a new world to me. They never put all of your capital, pretty much don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if you lose that basket and you have no eggs, you're going to starve. So uh, this boy stays hungry, and I'm not trying to starve because I messed up, especially not trying to put my business under either. So that's kind of the route we're going to take. We're going to build off of Japanese, Korean, Chinese, hopefully. Right now, just Japanese. I bought all of this stuff for right at MSRP or lower than MSRP. Just got lucky. Um, Nobody wanted any of this stuff. It set in Target for like weeks and weeks and weeks, or set at Walmart for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's like everybody was complaining about getting Pokemon cards, but then nobody wanted to do it. So here I am now realizing that I can't build a business off of the backs of other people in regards to if I'm buying from big box stores at MSRP, then I'm going to hike up the price a little bit. Well, that doesn't help the community. It's harder to sell. So that's when it really occurred to me that that is not the way to do this. If you don't have distribution from English sets, then it's not feasible to buy this kind of stuff over here. So I'm gonna end up reselling all that probably really close to MSRP. And I'm not buying from big box stores to try to run my business. I realize that ethically, it just doesn't really sit right with me. I think I went to this local game shop we have here in East Texas, and the owner was like, yeah, the kids, we had to put a limit on all of our stuff because the kids can't get cards. And that was uh, pretty profound when I heard that in different ways. It wasn't necessarily that, oh, I'm virtue signaling here and I got to be a good guy. No, it's just I'm a dad, right? So I think about this and it's like, okay, well, I work 11 hours a day, plus I work on my business every single day. Okay, well, that's a lot of time invested. Well, what about the parents that don't get off work for another 2 hours? What if they're working that 14-hour day? Which isn't unrealistic, especially not around here. They're working 14 hours, their kid wants some Pokemans, and they've got to go get their kid some Pokemon cards, and then there ain't nothing there. Well, yeah, nobody wanted it, right? Nobody wanted these, was my perception. But and then I also have to be, I can't be so naive to think that if I just leave them there, that oh, the kids are gonna pick them up, their parents are gonna pick them up. No, some other, it's like we live in a capitalistic society, and I don't knock them. Everybody wants to make money, right? That's why I'm doing this. I want to make money, but I don't want to make money on behalf of other people's possibilities for enjoyment, right? So, um, mainly going to be focusing on Japanese cards. That's the way forward for us, and pretty much, I think that's kind of all I want to talk about right now. Um, Website's officially. I've already purchased the website. Purchased the domain, the web protection services for customers, and the official email. Purchased all that. I've had that for about 2 weeks now. I haven't published the website. I'm still kind of doing inventory, getting ready. I really do want to do rip and chips. And I know there's a lot of, I know I said that's about all I want to talk about, but I want to do some rip and chips. I want to get some flow in from that, build community, and then, rip some Japanese cards. That's the hope, right? Full disclosure, full transparency, whatever you want to call it. The margins on Japanese cards are getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. Unless you have maybe big distribution numbers with them or a really trusted distributor, vendor, whatever you want to call it, wholesale dude. I do not. The boxes I just ordered, I'm looking at making $18 profit after taxes. So I have to not only get those in every 2 weeks from Japan, I have to turn around and I have to sell them, which doesn't sound like a big deal. But if no one knows you and no one's going to look at your website, then yeah, that is kind of a big deal. And then I'm incredibly worried about chargebacks, like incredibly worried about chargebacks. But they're going to happen. Uh, they'll happen less the more experienced we get with all of this, though. That's just kind of how that works, I guess. The more experience you get with anything, the more knowledge you have about it, the more wisdom, if you will, you have about it. So you can take more precautions uh, during the purchase to be able to secure either is this a real purchaser or is this someone that's gonna screw me over for $1,500? Don't know. But I ordered 3 boxes. They'll be here probably next week, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed next week. And then I gotta turn around. I'm either gonna pack them out or I gotta sell those boxes as is. Probably gonna pack them out, to be honest, and see where we go from there. We got to make that $18. Uh, then we'll probably think about buying a box, or a case rather. We're buying a case, 10 booster boxes, and we'll just see. We'll just see. People like ripping chips, but people also hate ripping chips. Pack breaks, whatever you want to call them. Community is really torn on all this. There's a lot of pokey drama going on, but I'm new to all this, and thanks everyone for watching. I know I just kind of ranting here. It's difficult for me to sit in front of this camera and talk to you. Not if you were actually on the other side of the camera talking to me. That would be super easy. I used to do a podcast. I had a top 100 outdoors media podcast. We talked about fishing. Fishing was a big part of my life for a long time, still is. and I can talk to people really easily. But doing it in this format is very difficult for me. So thanks for listening to all the ums and the stutters and the lost thoughts and everything. And I'm Jon Morris. Be kind, be safe, eat your vegetables, and we'll be seeing you. Stay tuned for updates. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. It actually does mean a lot. We don't get a lot of comments or anything. So just everybody, thanks so much for watching. This is me. This is Valentine, and maybe next time you'll see my wife. You guys take care. See ya. Bye.